Well, hello again. It's been a crazy week. Crazy in terms of rumors and news and announcements regarding superhero franchises. We learned that Mark Strong is going to be Sinestro in the new Green Lantern movie. Yes! And today we found out that David Goyer and Jonathan Nolan are going to write the script for the new Superman movie. I'm a bit iffy on that one. And lots of other stuff, actors being considered for the Captain America part. Thor just started shooting, blah blah blah. So it's been a crazy week, but I'm not here to talk about any of that because this week we also saw the release of the new DC animated feature, namely Justice League Crisis of Two Earths. I really liked this movie. I think it was very entertaining. Probably the best thing about it are the action sequences and the fight scenes. I say that because actually I was very disappointed with Superman, Batman, Public Enemies from this point of view. I felt that the fights in that movie pretty much didn't bring anything new to the table, but at least in Crisis of Two Earths, in the first half of the movie, we already have this huge aerial fight in the sky between superheroes and supervillains, and it has a great feeling of speed and force and evolves in different ways, with different people partnering up and fighting each other. We also have some great fight choreography when it comes to hand-to-hand combat, and you especially notice that with any fights that involve Wonder Woman or Batman. We didn't see Superman go all Superman. We didn't see him go all out and have this truly epic fight, and it's a shame because he had the perfect opportunity in this movie, but as usual Superman kind of got the shaft. I think overall the characterization was fine. Everybody had their little moments to shine except maybe Green Lantern, who, although he's a very powerful character and you can see why he's a member of this team, we didn't really get the chance to kind of gauge the level of cockiness that was present in this version of the character of Green Lantern. I'm happy to say that overall the story is not very similar to the Justice League episode A Better World, because these are two completely different versions of the Justice League. It's not, the Crime Syndicate has no illusions of being superheroes. They are supervillains and they are happy being supervillains. They are out for the quick buck, for the power, for the control, for the blah blah blah. They are villains. But what is interesting about the story in Justice League is that it evolves in a certain way, and it gets to this huge epic finale at the last 15 minutes, and when it gets to the point where the entire fate of the universe is settled for just one fight of man against man. It's just like one hand-to-hand brawl between two very determined individuals, and I really like the idea of the fate of the entire multiverse hanging on this single fight. The one thing that I definitely didn't like about Crisis of Two Earths is the voice acting. Most of the actors are mediocre in their parts, except for Billy Baldwin and James Woods. Billy Baldwin was terrible as Batman. Now, I'm not saying that Batman should have a gruff, animal-like voice like the one Christian Bale does in the movies, but he's not supposed to sound like a regular person either. As for James Woods, I think he's the only one who tried to do something different with the part that he was given, but even if he was different from all the others within this movie, I still felt that he was kind of emulating Dr. Manhattan from The Watchmen. Like I said, I also would have liked Superman to have some stronger characterization, really assert himself as a leader of the team. There's this really stupid scene right in the beginning of the movie when the Justice League get together to figure out if they're going to help Lex Luthor, the parallel universe Lex Luthor, or not. And Superman goes, "Oh, I don't trust Lex Luthor. I have never met a Lex Luthor that I can trust." And Wonder Woman goes, "What are you talking about? We have to help him." And then Superman's like, "Oh, okay, you're right." And it says, man, this Superman is pussy whipped, okay? And it's not even Lois, but it's Wonder Woman, so it's understandable. Overall, except for some minor quibbles, like that scene I just talked about. I really like Crisis of Two Earths. I think it's entertaining. I think it's well made. The story is interesting. It evolves in different ways. It has plenty of one-liners and plenty of humor. And I think I place it somewhere between Wonder Woman and The New Frontier.